Can you introduce yourself for me?
Yes, okay. I'm Umar Hudavi, coming from the Huda Islamic University from the southern state of India, Kerala.
I am Nisar AC, the PG student in Darul Huda Islamic University, Kerala, from Kerala, India.
I'm Saeed Abbas, doing my PG in Islamic Studies in Darul Huda Islamic University, Kerala, India.
Inshallah. Okay, so why are you guys doing your masters on Sayyid Nursi?
Yes, thank you. I do my master's in Sayyid Nursi because it is a new subject but very informative and relevant topic. Because Sayyid Nursi was a silent reformer in not only Turkey but in the new modern era. Especially as a Muslim scholar and great reformer, he was a silent reformer between the on the modern Turkey, and not only for the modern Turkey but for the new world also. So I have took this subject because it is something special but very new and highly informative subject. So I have taken this subject for my master's degree. Okay, thank you.
I'm doing my master's degree in Sayyid Nursi because I recognize Sayyid Nursi as a bridge between the modern scholars and traditional scholars. And he is presenting Islam in a modern way, in a tradition-based modernity, and in a revelation-based reason way. It is an important way in this modern era. In this modern era, we have to present Islam in a modern way. He is doing so. That is why I am doing my master's degree in Badiuzzaman Sayyid Nursi.
This one is unfortunately got chance because when I was in degree level, I wrote my degree thesis in which about Imam Rabbani, Sheikh Ahmad Sirhindi, and it's about famous contribution Wahdatul Shuhud. When I go to introduce the Sayyid Nursi, I read the Risale Nur, and I found a lot of prizes which is introduced and discussed and explained about the Wahdatul Shuhud and Wahdatul Wujud. Then I thought to take my subject as discourses of the Wahdatul Shuhud in Risale Nur and Sheikh Ahmad Sirhindi.
Okay, so what interests you about the subject the most?
Okay, my subject, my area of my topic is comparison study between scholar Ustad Sayyid Nursi and like that. Similarly, in India, there is also a reformer known as Shah Waliullah Dahlavi. So I have taken my subject on this comparison study between these two scholars, Ustad Sayyid Nursi and Ustad Shah Waliullah Dahlavi. And because they have made many written documents and many books they have written. So interpretation of these writings, how they have interpreted the Holy Quran in their writings. I have comparing both of these scholars in their writing, how they have interpreted the Holy Quran. So this is my topic. Okay.
Thank you.
My most interested subject is philosophy, and I think that the most modern philosopher is Ustad Badiuzzaman Sayyid Nursi, and that is why I am selected to present a paper here, inshallah, in conference that approach towards reason and revelation, comparing methods of Ustad Shah Waliullah Dahlavi and Ustad Badiuzzaman Sayyid Nursi. Because Badiuzzaman Sayyid Nursi in his Risale Nur and the previous leader and scholars, Muslim scholar, Ustad Shah Waliullah Dahlavi in his book, the holy book, Hujjatullah al-Baligha, the proponent or the exclusive argument from God, they are approaching Islam, they are approaching towards Islam with reason and revelation.
Okay, I am not interested in any subject of arts, but I am interested in technological views. But when I heard about the Badiuzzaman Sayyid Nursi from my one of senior, Ustad Zubair Hudabi, I was very interested to study about the topic of my subject. That is the discourses on Wahdatul Shuhud in Risale Nur and in the Maktubat Imam Rabbani.
Okay. Is Sayyid Nursi a known figure in India, and do a lot of people know about his work?
What?
Do a lot of people know about his work?
Okay. In India, from the last 5 years, now Sayyid Nursi becoming a great scholar and great reformer. Before that, Sayyid Nursi was unknown to Indian and Indian people. But from the last 5 years and under the 10 years, now he is becoming very far and very close and near to all people and academicians of India and in the university, especially in Kerala. Before 6 months, there was a highly qualified international seminar in Darul Islam University. run by this Istanbul Foundation for Science and Culture. It was highly appreciated, and in all newspapers it was very highly covered and got highly coverage also, and it was and very severely discussed among the local peoples also, who is Saeed Nursi and was his ideas. Because these 2 days international seminar got a new face and new idea about Saeed Nursi and his Risale Nur to these Kerala and Indian peoples also. So it is now becoming very fast and it's very spreading far and far, very speedily. It is getting more to local peoples and academicians, on youngsters and all corners of people, all from the all walks of life, all getting any idea, at least about Saeed Nursi and Risale Nursi. It is very familiar in all minds of all people. Now it is getting very near in Indian people.
Fantastic. Okay, I'd like to ask you, do you think that, or do you believe that this organization is of benefit to you?
This organization, sure, I am understanding this organization, the Risale Nur movement and the Risale Nur students are really conducting or working as a revolutionary movement in India and in all over the world because of their works and because of the sincere works and because of the hard works for Badi'uzzaman Saeed Nursi's approach, for Badi'uzzaman Saeed Nursi's Risale Nur in his studies, in the walks of life. And also I am understanding that this movement, the Risale Nur movement and the Risale Nur students movement is revolutionary working and conducting in India and all over the world because the students of Badi'uzzaman Saeed Nursi are working in the different walks of life, in the different fields of life. The workers, they are students, they are professors, they are organizers, and in all over the fields of the life and all over the walks of life, they are the students of Badi'uzzaman Saeed Nursi.
This conference I have heard this the first, but I heard about this conference before 3 years. When one of my senior, Zubair Hudawi, has conducted in this like conference in Istanbul, that was the first conference that I heard, and my friends also heard that. When he conducted in this conference, he was very, very happy and he was very glad to introduce the Saeed Badi'uzzaman Saeed Nursi to all his friends and all his students. In that time, I was also very interested in this topic, and I was very fond of this conference, and in this year, I thought to conduct in this conference, and I tried a lot, and I took the subject, and I wrote all the matters of the subject, and I studied about the Saeed Nursi a lot, and I got the Saeed Nursi is a very very genius one, and is a very famous, and he's very appropriate for this era, and I understood about him as a very great reformer of the world.
Fantastic. Okay, going back to you. Do you advise young people to look into Saeed Nursi's work, like more young people to get involved?
Young people can?
Do you advise them to look into Saeed Nursi's work and, for example, attend this conference?
Okay, surely. Young people, especially young people, have to look and to hear the Saeed Nursi and Saeed Nursi's words and his great interpretation of Holy Quran, Risale Nur. Because it is a leading path, it is a pathway of, especially for young scholars and young people, because the young people, they are especially very speedy, they have to misguide from the real path. So the Risale Nur and its interpretations can lead these people to the right path that will use for this world and the world of hereafter also. As a Muslim, because as a Islamic belief, this world and hereafter world both are to be useful to a person. So to go with this Risale Nur and its ingredients and its teachings, a person should win in this world also, and he has to live with a very highly qualified life. He has to live here, and hereafter also it will be very useful for a person in this era.
So would we be seeing you all next year, inshallah? Would we see you next year?
Surely. Have to see inshallah next year also. Every year, because we are students of Saeed Nursi, and we have to pitch this thought and this message to all over the world, inshallah, as soon as possible and as we can. So, inshallah, we will try for this message and this mission.
And you can see us, inshallah, as the students of Imam Badi'uzzaman Saeed Nursi in everywhere, inshallah, till our death, inshallah.
One of important things that I have seen in my country, that is some of young brothers of Turkey, of students of Risale Nur. I had seen that they are working very interestingly and very geniusly for the spreading of this message all over the India. There are now 5 or 6 centers for the research or no students, and they are working very, very seriously, and they took their responsibility very good and very, very interested matter.
Especially as we are product of the Darul Islam University from Kerala, India, it is our duty to go with this message of Syed University, because Darul Islam University, it is the same concept of Ustad Syed Badiul Zaman Syed University. He has the concept of Madrasul Zahra. Is a great concept. That means that go with education, materialist education and religious education. Both are combined education, no separation. Like this, in Kerala, in India also, our universities goes with this idea. There, we are taught and we are studying and we are teaching the students this both education under one roof, no separation in religious and non-religious. Both are studied in same day. We are studying all knowledge. So it is a duty to follow this Badiul Zaman Syed University Madrasa conception with our Darul Islam University from Kerala, India.
Well, fantastic. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure meeting you, and inshallah, see you next year.
Okay, thank you.